Good evening. Good evening. Sorry for the delay. As you can see, I am so delayed that I didn't even change out of my green shirt, which is obviously a bad idea to run around with a green shirt on a green background, but it seems to work surprisingly well actually. Okay. I have a few things to set up before, so breaks. Let's hurry up. The first thing we need to do is set up more breaks. Already well into the action. So the reason for my delay, it'll be a recurring thing every Monday and Wednesday every other week. Mondays and Wednesday every other week, I'll be running 10 minutes late, and that's because I have to pick up my daughter from ballet classes, and they end at 7:45, and it's about 25-minute drive away. So that kind of doesn't really add up. So thank you for your patience with me. It's a new week. I don't know about last week. I don't know. It somehow it felt weird, right? It felt weird. It felt weird. So let's see if we can just fall into a regular schedule. I thoroughly enjoyed playing Icarus this weekend, and it's definitely a game that I want to play as well. If I look at the view numbers, they also seemed quite good. So that's looks like some of you had fun as well, and I find it to be a really nice game. Just really enjoyable to be in that game. It also has something that I really enjoyed, and that part is it's the part that I really enjoy about gaming, is that I can stop when I want to stop. I can take breaks when I want to take a break, and then like Factorio has this, Satisfactory has this. Oxygen Not Included does not have it to the same extent. When we played Riftbreaker, absolutely does not have it, and that's the thing that, for example, also the Dice Breaker that I'm playing, it's super hectic. That's also why I like turn-based games, like Darkest Dungeon also has this part where I can just stop and talk, and I can read chat, and sometimes at least, and I really enjoy that. So I'm going to be looking for more games like that. I might actually give Valheim a shot when there's a new development thing coming out on Thursday, so maybe that could be our Friday stream, or maybe I'll take the Friday off. I do not know. Where can you watch yesterday's streams? I couldn't find it. You can find it on my VOD channel. It is up on the VOD channel. The thing is, if you can't find the VODs here on Twitch, then that's because they are available on my secondary YouTube channel. But if they are not there, then we'll always be here. So I don't remove them from here until they are available on the other platform. And sometimes, yes, someone will be in the middle of watching it and then suddenly goes like, whoop, this is private now. Yeah. So that's where it is. I'm really looking forward to Darkest Dungeon 2. I did not have the pleasure to participate in the first Darkest Friday. Oh yeah, I actually googled it. I wanted to tweet at Tyler, the founder, because he had said, I wanted to find the quote, the interview where he said Q3, and then just link it to him and say, hey, how's that Q3 release date coming along? And then I googled and I found another more recent interview which has a lot more detail. And in that one, it just says release late 2021. So I was, oh no, I wanted this in October. I really wanted this to be like, ideal case, it would be start of October, comes out. That's going to be something that would be so glorious. And now it's like, oh, please don't make it like late November, because I'm actually looking quite a lot forward to Icarus and seeing if that's going to be our late November game. So there, that's... to make Megabase in a book 2x a week. Thank you. It's been my favorite Factorio series by far. I'm really happy to hear that. Every time I make a new series, there's always someone at least who find it to be their favorite, and that's always enjoyable. And it just puts so much pressure on me to figure out what the hell am I going to do after this one. I have no idea. So yeah, really looking. Yeah. So. Download all VODs that matter. Wow, okay. It's my favorite because my name is on it? What? Oh, right. Reverse Megabase. Yeah, Reverse Megabase, I really like that idea. It was also... yeah. it was also an interesting. There were some people who absolutely hated it, and other people who go like, "Yes, thank you," just going straight to the core of what we want to see. Big, crazy design. I am replaying Valheim lately. It's an easier version of Icarus. Okay, and also more pixelated version as well. Hello, Toasty Derek. Get back into Factorio after playing in 0.12. That's before me, and decided to also get my fancy fiance into it. We had a blast, and your masterclass blueprint helped a lot. That sounds so romantic. Send my regards. Soon, and I fear the day when I watched all the Factorio VOD. Fennec, if you're only watching through the space exploration, that's crazy long time ago. That's like 1.5 years ago? No, 2 years. It was in the spring, but it wasn't last spring. It was the spring before the release. So it must be like, yeah. Didn't you have to go with low quality to get good FPS anyway? Valheim might look the same or better. Yeah, I know, God, Nate, you got it. But then again, I also watched other people streaming Icarus, and then I watched like a stream VOD of someone, and they were like, this is my 3080, and look at the ray tracing with the rays coming through the trees, and they were like, oh, it's beautiful. As soon as they moved, they just go like pixel, 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 because things like this don't really do well on on stream quality. So it's like, yeah, I mean, it looks great for you because you run in native 4K and all that good stuff. Then but on stream quality, it's always going to be the same anyway. So yeah, so no matter what, stream K is going to be 1980, and then it's still going to have the same compression issues as always. So when you just pan quickly, it's always going to be pixelated anyway because of the compression. So yeah, I don't think there's a need for me to have a better experience than you. So that doesn't mean I don't want a new gaming rig. I absolutely do, but it also means that some of the things like gushing about, oh, I can run it in 8K. Like, who cares? If you're uploading to Twitch, then no one's getting it in 8K, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, your own streaming server that uses 40 megabit. Yeah, that would. And then what would that achieve? Then I have 3 viewers who are sitting in the same LAN as me, and that's it, because no one can handle that consistently, and there are no services that provide it anyway. So, and for Twitch, anything over 6K kilobit per second is useless. It doesn't do anything. So, yep. Interest in Factorio 2 space exploration playthrough. Okay, well, good luck with that. I mean, sure you can find it, but it won't be on this channel. So, can also drink a beer with you, watching the stream on the other side of the room. Yep, that would be a great experience for everyone. But I don't think it would count as sort of something I could do for a living. So let's see. Anyway, we are here to play some games. So I've been trying to talk a bit faster than usual to catch up. So if you're watching at 1.5, you might actually sound like a squirrel today. And not just sound at regular speed. So we got the dream has been reset because it's Monday, and didn't quite make it last week, but that's okay because it was kind of a weird week somehow. Hello, checking in fast before heading to work. All right, have a great day at work, and we'll see if there are other moderators around who will pick up the baton there. And I don't even remember if we have an unprocessed. We must have an unprocessed hype chain from Friday, right? Yeah, we did have. Completed level 3 and completed level 2. Yes. No, we have it from. No, Friday I didn't stream, so it was Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. That was really crazy, like having a hype train on a Saturday of a non-gaming stream. That was really nice of you. So thank you very much, everyone. Yeah, Draco, you can enter those. Yes, please. Oh, also, while we wait for the processing to come through, just one at a time, obviously, but let's just have a look at it. So, I did a summary today. So if you have no clue what's going on, then that you can watch it. Hey, Takeover and Convent, those are regular names. Oh, that's a bit too far away. Why do you want to go all the way out there? And Convent, also Cole, also really, really far away. That's useless. Why? Well, not useless, of course, but it's certainly a bit out of our reach right now. Why do you hate Factorio 2 so much? Why do you presume so much? Who the fuck said anything about hating Factorio 2 so much? So why do you presume that I hate Factorio? Especially considering I have 2 Let's Plays on my YouTube about it. And then maybe... Yeah. Oh, so that's too far away. And this is also far away. Why does it spawn over there? I don't like space exploration. I love the idea, but I don't like the execution of it. That's fine. I think Factorio 2 is really well made and has a really good balance. And it just adds a lot of things that are very logical and makes a lot of sense as sort of a overhaul mod. It's actually the overhaul mod that I find to be working the best. And because it is not just complexity for the sake of complexity, but it actually has, everything has a point, and it sort of interconnects in a meaningful ways here and there, like adding sand, and then it sort of sand goes into glass, and glass can sort of be injected into multiple steps. I think that makes a lot of sense. Space exploration, on the other hand, is just like looking at random names from astrophysics and just calling things there, and then you just have 100 subcomponents, and it makes no sense, and I don't understand why people find it fun. So I'm not going to be playing that. I like having like extra complexity. I would love to have more ingredients here instead of just having iron and copper. Where's the aluminium, titanium? You know, those usual things that you could use for building things. I'd love to have that, but I don't want like having unobtainium. Like, I don't care about it. I don't care about having unobtainium. It doesn't do anything. So yeah. Hello, Safrahash. Good evening. Yeah, Kitsu made the right choice about rare materials. Yeah, I like that. That we're just going, this is rare materials. It is whatever you want it to be. It's just rare materials. It was okay. I mean, I also really like it in Bob's mods where there are multiple, like gold and silver. Then you go like, but you know, like gold and silver, I know they're into different ingredients and stuff like that, and chemical processes, but yeah, so if you get something like, oh, I got gold, and you find out there are 2 recipes using gold and 2 recipes using silver, so okay, well, do we want to set up a whole production chain for that? So anyway, let's have a look at where we are here. This one I just wanted to run out, and I don't know when that's going to happen, but it'll kind of run out eventually, I guess. If I just keep sort of coming back once in a while and picking up stuff. Oh, let's do... Oh. Yeah, we can get that. Ooh, that looks like there was actually some lag here. Oh, yeah, look at that. We got 2 robots. 24 ticks. Yeah, it does feel weird here. It does feel like there's a massive latency. Right, so what we have evolution is 89. Yeah, Factorio expansion, I'm also just a bit... I think we can say that from the time we hear something about it to the time it actually releases, I would expect to be 6 months, right? And we haven't heard anything, so... Yeah, welcome. Watched your YouTube channel recently since my boyfriend got me into the game. Cool. Welcome. Military hub. I don't need a military hub. I don't really have that. Hey, official soul. Thank you for the 19 months on an 18-month streak. Haha, you missed some. Is Toasty Derek? Are you the couple? That's so weird. Like when people I had someone I worked with, and he kept referring to his girlfriend, and then I had met his wife, and I'm like, okay, are they the same, or does he have a girlfriend And okay, we built one of these. What did we want to build in that? Oh yeah, nothing. We wanted to see. Okay, let's just try to navigate around here and figure out where I left my car. Very close. I don't know. It would be really nice if we had someone like Timbo around, because I can't get rid of my 26 ticks here. It was 24, now it's up to 26. So that's kind of miserable to play on. I am definitely not able to drive in this. Okay, let's see. So what is it we want? Now that we have this part, we can actually work our way towards yellow signs. What do we need for yellow signs? Just recapping, because it's the first time I've ever played the game. Processing units. And low density structure. That's a lot of copper. Or we can try building things with robots now. Now, I don't want this to turn into like a robot swarm everywhere. But on the other hand, things like this minuscule amount of stuff that flies here would be much better served as just being robot. Hey, Took, thank you for the 29 months.
Welcome home.
That recipe in expensive mode. Let's see if there are any in expensive mode that there's anything. Oh, 30 plastic. Oh, that's a lot of plastic. What about that one? That's the same. But 30 plastic here? What? That's crazy. It used to be 5 plastic. You'd need request a chest for that. Yeah, that's true. So I guess the only thing we can work our way to is actually having... We could do like our own loading thing, and we could over here. I guess we have to, right? I guess there's no other way than working our way towards yellow signs. Oh, no. Yeah, before yellow signs, there's one thing we have to do. Where are we? What was the one I was looking at before? That one. Okay, so that's not... okay. We need to look at the uranium mining, because it's super important that we start working on uranium. Concrete is already a thing. Yes, it is. I just don't have it in my inventory. I have 14. Here. It's a lot of coal for the plastic. Yes, it is. And that's good. That's good. Very good. Because we definitely need some more coal into the mix. Here. Right, so this one's working. How much we have? Oh, we have a lot. Maybe I should limit this, because I don't really need more than 1,000 of this, do I? Why? Whoa, hey, Drone Doctor. Thank you for the $10 donation. And the start of the Dream is Alive counter. Now, why is this one not getting enough? Okay, it's simply... But this one will gradually stall, and then it'll backlog this way, and then it will go more into that one. Yes. Okay. Well, so that's okay, I guess. We also have... What do we have now? We have 19 additional. Something. It is something. But it's been a while since we played, so... Yeah, let's get those sorted here. There. I have none of these. I'll put these here, so I know where they're supposed to be. Okay, so that's 19 of those. Good. This one is definitely not working, but that was really... I was just running out of this. That's 10. And then a few more on this one. How much we got? It's only, what is it, 14? 16. 16 really should be enough. Okay, let's look at uranium mining. This is uranium mining, and I want it down here. That means I need a sulfur line, sulfuric acid line down here. Baked beans is 200,000. This is 100,000. I think we'll be ripping this apart. That means we need to make a processing facility that's also going to be a storage facility. Yes. Sulfuric acid. We also could take Gynacube. That's 2 million. I think I'd rather want to try to get these out of the way. That one's never ever going to go away. So the first thing is the objective of here. And can I get closer? Nope. I can go up on that line. Yep, let's do that. Yeah. This might actually need more pressure though. Yeah. Anyway, let's see. Let's figure out where we want to go first. First we'll go down here and set up the mining operations. Sulfuric acid barrels, yeah, but since I don't have any way the robots could carry them, then it would just be a massive amount if I put them on a belt. So that's not happening. All right, somewhere down here, I guess. Yeah, let's just do that. Or maybe not. And we miss this one. Iron plates. I need iron plates. Damn. I did not know that counted as building. All right. Guess I'm walking. I was, just as I was placing it, I went like, could it blow up? Like, nah, it's not gonna blow up. It's not building things. But it was. Well, now we know. And this one should also do some inventory so we can build a new car in here. Yeah, new ways to crash the car. Well, oh, this is not getting any steel. There you go, plenty of steel. Yeah, something is not really working here. The fact that I have nothing that's stored, and I can't really build it myself. Okay. And then I'll steal the steel. Ah, come on, it's never like that. Okay, get on with it. Have you created buffer for the electric engines? Nope, I have not. Should I? That could be 200 eventually. How many do I need for the car? Enough. Now I just need a few steel. And we got a car. not what I wanted either. I wanted to copy this.
Tales of our endeavors proliferate.
Hey, thank you very much. Trust C2S, thank you for 5 gift subs to the community. Thank you, I really appreciate it. What do we owe the honor of that generosity? Sudden and unmotivated generosity. Thank you. All right, so I have an idea. Trust C2S, thank you for the tier 1 sub. All right, so you did not even have a sub yourself before you started gifting away. Okay, I have an idea. I was thinking that I should do a subathon at some point. And if I should do a subathon, it definitely should be during September, because then it's cheaper and it makes more sense, because it's kind of building on the same sort of hype idea and all that good stuff, right? So do you think that would be fun? I don't know exactly what, but I only have one opportunity, and that's going to be the next weekend. Not next weekend, the next weekend, where there's actually some, where we can play. Oh, that's going to be bad, right? Yeah, maybe. Where we can play Icarus again. Have you started 1 minute streaming? I don't know if it should be 1 minute or if it should be 2 minutes or what it should be. I don't know. I have no idea. I was sort of looking at it and go like, if it's, whoops. It's really difficult, right? Because if it's, let's say, let's just start with the idea. Okay, one sub is 5 minutes, and then someone gifts, I don't know, it's been happening before, like 50 subs. I don't even know what that is. That's 5 times 5, that's 250. It's a lot. Like, then it goes like, oh damn it, it's gonna be Monday before we're done with this. And on the other hand, it's, yeah, 4 hours. Yeah. So, you know, like, I don't know what it, we went too far, like all things. Like, it would of course be sort of an incentivized to get silly with these kind of things, but on the other hand, it should also be something that I don't want to be able to. It's really difficult, because sometimes, like, literally in this community, it's so weird to expect what I can expect, right? Because some, oh yeah, we forgot this one. Some Factorio evenings are just insanely crazy, and then there are some that just nothing. And since I don't know, that's going to be important to get that one. Then it's also really difficult to expect, and therefore project. I guess that's the charm of it. Yeah. Too many people with too many disposable income if they want. I don't know. You want to do a 12 hour, 42 hours? I don't think I want to do a 42 hour. But it could also be something like, I could, like, I'm not going to be streaming more than X hours in continuously. But then I'll be taking a break of X hours and then coming back, and, you know, something like that. Then it would be, then I think it would be both like making sense and also just making sure that I don't sort of commit myself to Ludwig style thing, right? How much was it? Was it 15 seconds for each of his sub? That's so crazy. This is definitely not enough. Because when you start milking like some of this, then you definitely want a lot. And then we need more reds. I mean, right now it was just a thought, like, basically it was just thinking like, hey, if I'm ever going to do a subathon, it has to be during September, right? Nothing else makes sense. And for anyone who doesn't know, can someone just link the September emote? But I don't know. Yeah, latency is down again. Otherwise, I just wouldn't be able to to drive. Anyway, so I don't think there's this. Right now, it's just an idea, so we can just sort of mull over it and think whether it would be fun or irrelevant or something. It's also like, what would I play? We'll just be playing whatever games we feel like. Maybe some Icarus, and then the people who are more into Factorio will go like, yeah, well, I don't care. Or it could be like, well, we're playing 4 hours of something and 4 hours of something, and then, I don't know. There could be lots of things, right? Lots of options. Sekiro, I'd love to, but then I don't get any viewers, unfortunately. You could tell me, okay, I'm not planning a subathon. Because now I actually thought about, like, now if someone wanted to, they're like, I'm gonna wait, and no, that's kind of stupid. So no, I'm not gonna do it. And if I do it, I do it. Didn't catch the 2 of Icarus. Was it less frustrating with the house? Which, yeah, it was. I think there's still some problems with respawning. I've also, when I watched other people, it just seems like respawning is just getting a bit absurd at times. It's really difficult to do anything except just keep killing the same again. You want the new people coming in for games that... Hey, Barthak, thank you for the 5,000. All right, that's so nice of you. Unfortunately, the gift subs are not part of the same sort of batch here. Yo, where are the new robots? Here, 1, 2 robots. They're happy, they're fine, they're good. They're safe. I take care of my robots. Hey, baked beans. Cheer 200 with 5k bits. We better start something. Start what? Break? Start the break. Oh, MDEP, that is excellent. You have a very nice length of name here. And you're going to be taking that. And that means we have to get this in on the side. What if that works? Maybe?
Praise the sub.
Yeah.
Our illustrious champion.
What's that? Sindar, thank you for the gift sub. Did you have a save game with Icarus 2 in 2 weeks? Nope. I mean, at the end of the last stream, I left the planet. As you leave the planet, the entire planet is no more. So I tried logging in today because I wanted to test something with XP. And then I just had to start a new prospect. So even if they did save the progress, I wouldn't have it because I deleted it. But that's also, it's meant to be a roguelike, so it would really surprise me if they're doing like that. Steve Waldo, thank you for the 6 months of Prime, and Kokoyan, thank you for the 31 months of Prime. How many do we want in here? 17? 18. 18 is a better number, and 18 is the maximum we can take, so that is excellent. Oh, Naib. A tier 3 sub. Whoa, why are you giving this tier 3 sub? That's crazy. There, 18. Okay, they're happy. Wow, thank you, Naib. That a tier 3 sub is like gifting 5 subs. It's better for me, obviously, but wow. Yeah. Hey, Godnate, thank you for the 20 months.
Welcome home.
Did you keep your blueprints and tile points when you started it? Yes, I did. That's the idea of it. You go there and gain experience so that you have like the research next time as well. That is the essence of it. Is uranium mining slower the other ores with the mining drones? Nope. I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? It's the hardness, so I would imagine that it is. We now need this stuff. Alright, let's see if we can get this hype train to somewhere, right? It's we've had the last Factorio stream, we ended up with a level 2 hype train. Let's see, it's been a while since we Factorioed. Factorioed? There. Steve Waldo, thank you for the 5 gift subs. Oh, that's your first 5 gift subs. Ooh, how does it feel? And we're at 96. Alright, now I'm starting to believe. He's starting to believe.
Tales of our endeavors.
And Brucus, thank you for paying forward the one from Miss Timony. And well done, Miss Timony. That was a good recruit you conscripted. Thank you so much, Brucus, for the 5 gift subs. I started this. Yes, you did. Well, actually, you didn't. Because this one was started by Barthak with the 5,000 bits. Yours were unfortunately timed out before. But you certainly give it a good kickstart off the grounds. Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, it was you. Those 5 subs were like, come on, but no one picked it up. There was exactly 5 minutes between yours and Barthak. That's just the way it is. For better or for worse. That's 22. Why did I do 22? 3 9
A new subscriber arrived.
Treenigheden. Oh man, this is so difficult. Like, and Dead Meat, thank you for the Prime for 2 months. It's so weird when you see something, you see a name and you go like, is that like, how do I split it in Danish or English or German? And they're like, or Swedish, I guess. Welcome. That's the Holy Trinity joining us here. Ah, yeah, it's not going to work though, because we don't have any reds. How about you? Are you good? Nope. Ah, no, yeah, or it could be Norway. It actually probably is Norwegian. Dead Meat, thank you for the 5 gift subs. Wow, that's it's not the regulars here. Alarm for Reds running out? No, they're always gonna run out.
Ow, 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 ow.
Oops. And that'll just be, so far it'll be, should I? Do we want to spaghetti it? We could spaghetti it, right? Like there. Oops. That sucks. Yeah, that also sucks. Maybe maybe don't do that. Yeah. And YouTube mostly. Okay.
Ow, 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 ow.
Hey Toddy, thank you for the 11 months of Prime.
Welcome home.
Yeah, so that's there. I think I'll do this one. US Report, do you remember that? Yes. I have no... I actually don't have anything that I can use the robots for particularly, aside from a step towards yellow signs. And right now I want the uranium mining and processing up and running. And that's what we're going to be working on right now. So I do remember, but thanks for reminding me anyway. Alright, 1:30. It is closing in on a level 3. Can we get a level 3? We've seen mainly some new people joining on this train. That's pretty cool. Yeah. I don't want to cross it twice. And Barthak with 3,000 bits. Alright, I think that on the bit side, it's pretty much settled. ST Valdo with 6 subs. Well, almost. 1 minute left. Alright, we gotta get it. The last 13%. We can do this.
More shall gather. More shall enter the fray.
We can absolutely do this. Pulsar Man, thank you for the 10 gift subs. And now you are certainly in the lead for this. There. Do I want it double-sided? No. I don't want it double-sided. Just get one side. There. One side fits all. If I only want one side, then I should do it like this. Which is now going to be one-sided, but the other side then. Cool. I've gotten plenty of gift subs here, so I'm going to pay it for it. Thank you so much. That's a really nice sentiment. Because there are a lot of very generous gift subbers around here, and I really appreciate that. And I guess you do too. Yeah. And now we get this one across here. Latency. I'm blaming latency. The one tree that's even here. All right, where does it need to go? It needs to go, nope, it needs to go up here. Let's get it, that one. Behind it. Oh no! Is it bad? Yeah, that's kind of, it's getting bad. Can't mind it with someone in it. Okay. That is pretty bad. That needs to be sorted in the not too distant future. Alright, what was that? I just Blumen. Thank you for the... Maybe that's different, but thank you for the brand new subscription. And that is part of the September. So if you have a brand new subscription, there. There we go. 3,000 in there. Good stuff. And that one will prioritize over the stuff that comes in on the side. That's perfect. Okay, 220. We have Pulsar Man with 10k, the 10 subs, and Bartek with 8k bits. Thank you to both of it. Well, thank you to everyone who's been pushing it along. And for anyone who does not know, who's maybe new to the channel or new to the stuff here, then depending, we'll get a hype train. Ich es Blumen. Yes, probably. Well, your name is unpronounceable, so how would you know? Where was the one that got attacked? Was it here? Oh, there. Now they also took out the radar. That's not good. I ate flowers. Ah, good for you. I mean, maybe. Let's get a bit more ammo and then top up the ammo at that location. All right. So you will get your name in immortalized in the base. Probably not immortalized though, but you know. Superans, thank you for the brand new Prime subscription and welcome. And we're down to 1 minute and 18 seconds. So it looks like it is going to be a level 3 unless miracles will happen. And yeah, I think Bartek is sitting quite comfortably on the 8k bits. But a lot of people are on 5k immortal. Oh, Chalak, thank you for the 20 gifts up. You are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. That is super generous of you. And that means we absolutely got the level 4 hype chain. And that also puts you in a very much lead. Indeed, that was very much a wow. Dead Meat, thank you for gifting 5 more subs. Ooh, look at that, look at that. We're 10% through a level 4 hype chain. And then we have 4 minutes and 30 seconds for seeing how, what, why, where we can go. Thank you so much. That was, I was sort of settling into, probably not, because it's mainly when there is a competition along the way that it has more likelihood to progress. Well, I should be going out, but I don't dare go out against these spiders now. They are too fierce. Which is more addictive, Factorio or Dyson Sphere? Factorio by a long shot. By a long, it's by miles and miles. See, the thing is, like, for Dyson Sphere program, I have played it a total of, let's actually check those stats. Checked it. That doesn't mean that I don't like it. I played it almost 600 hours, but not quite 600 hours. And I think I can confidently say that I'm pretty much there. I don't think there's much I haven't done in the game. I don't think there's much that I can still do in the game. I have one masterclass remaining, and then don't really anything else. Michelin is 20. No, that's just what I have. Hello, Luke. All right, 3 minutes. Okay, we got a little burst here. Can we just... And now we have to wait until the very last second with maybe a little burst more. So, if you intend to snipe, maybe get it. Did you build a Dyson Sphere around every star, though? No, I did, but that's doing things... That's like, have you mined out every mineral patch in Factorio? Well, if that, then you haven't lived. Like, that doesn't make any sense, huh? Playtime in Factorio is a bit more. It is 6,891 hours. So, yeah. Two minutes and 30 seconds left. If anyone wants to hype the hype train, now is the time. Alright, I think I want to get Larry Mansa in on this one and get that. Whoop. Yeah, it's not a wall. Well, also, you don't see city blocks. You don't see a lot of other things that you've come to expect on the channel. Alright, let's go out here with Larry Mansa. Man, I'm just... These hype trains out. Oh, they're Pulsar Man with 15. That is amazing. Thank you so much. Wow, now we got a race. We got a race. Took back the lead there. Well done, Pulsar Man. Well done indeed. And thank you so much. See, you've gifted 25 subs to the community and they've all been in this hype train. Be careful. Be careful.
Our illustrious champion returns.
J3OT. Is that bot? I don't know. For 31 months. Oh, there we go. There's Larry Mansa. Urgelag with 20 gift subs. Oh, wow. Alright, now it's definitely a race. And Barthek making a nice 10k. Boom. And also making a nice 5k. Yep, I think you're pretty safe on that one. But people have been known to just come out of the woodworks and snipe in the last seconds. And the hype train ended. Ta-da! Didn't it? Or level 5 complete. No, there's like 10 to 20 seconds left or something. No, 40 seconds left. So if anyone wants to get in and get one of those useless, irrelevant animals level 5, then do as Jam and Cheese does with 200. Oh my god! What? See, this is what I'm not gonna say always happens, but man, Jim's. It's either Swedish Limsan or it's. How am I supposed to pronounce it? I better pronounce it correctly. Seconds left. Meglo with Neclo 99 joining in, and welcome to the community. And Barthek counter sniping. Jim is fine, and it's Swedish. Okay, so it was Swedish. And now, because I asked the question, you got counter sniped by Barthek. But thank you so much for that. Jim is fine. Jim, thank you. You have certainly made your mark here. It's fine. but Barthek already has things here. Look at where is he? There. Gorthak. That's more of an orcish name here. There, it's another Barthek. Look at that. He's everywhere. But we're trying to root out the baked beans from the from here. Like, here's the baked beans, and where's the other one? This is baked beans as well. Hey, Savatories, welcome back for the 13 months. Okay, and if we have a moderator, Maybe Draco, if you are here, still around. The Iridium is not going anywhere. Not this one? No. And that means it is... oh, Michael, you're on it. Okay. Whew. Let's see if... Let's get a good iron. I really need iron. Need 2 million iron. Not more coal. We got... oh, hello, Barthak. Stone is also excellent. We have also been running out of stone. Look at that. This stone is coming all the way from down here. And Barthak, that is amazing. And Urchalak, there. Copper. All right. Copper it is. Well, we're going to need a lot of copper anyway for the low density structures.
Tales of our endeavors.
Shrimp size moose. Thank you for 5 gift subs. Thank you so much. Okay. Iron is maybe a problem. We still have 2 million down here that's completely untapped. But that was pretty damn amazing. It's difficult to snipe at the right moment. Oh yeah, it's what I really like about the sniping. There's something I don't like about it. I don't like the fact that you are like looking at it with 15 seconds left and think you can make it, but then you can't because Twitch being Twitch and stream delay and all that. That kind of sad. But on the other hand, it's pretty cool that the moderators, people like you, Barthik, you've been both on the right and the wrong side of snipe several times. So it's a skill that you learn. You kind of like, okay, what is my delay to the streamer? Who am I up against? What are the numbers? What do I need to go? So it is also a level of experience involved. And why did I go out here if I don't have this part? Playing the snipe game for me. Yeah, the sniper becomes the snipey sometimes. In the grand scheme of things, I think someone like Decent, for example, Gareth is a notoriously bad sniper. If you look at at the generosity that Gareth has put around, and then we look at the impact. 1. That must mean that Gareth has put a lot of stuff into more trains not winning. While this guy up here has certainly knows how to play the game. Heck yeah, 17th place. Shared 17th place. With 4 level 2 trains. Yeah. The metagame, yeah. And there. We are going to set that up to merge into this. But first I think we're going to take a bit of a break. Funny how it doesn't do that. Where are my where be the green ones? I think we need to take a break. My poor kids are lying awake, waiting for me to come in and say goodnight to them. So I'm gonna just take a short break, and then we'll be back again in a short bit. 2 minutes. Then we'll be back. Okay, we're back, and game is back as well. Right, so, okay, they're being attacked, but they're still holding out a bit. Basically what I'm doing here is just preemptive, probably preemptive. Because we know that the Tekivara location here, or we don't even know that that's it. Oh, look at that, it's finally being mined. Finally, but all of these locations are being mined. Also that one, yes. And that will soon not be enough. Well, it isn't enough, but how much we got? Like 900? Got 1500 in the one we have the most in. This one, 1500, yeah. So that's gonna disappear quite soon. What time is it in Denmark? Same as the rest of Western Europe. It's 9 o'clock. The kids are abed. And yeah, my poor daughter is going to a driving test tomorrow. They have a driving test for biking, and it's the police coming and auditing them. I think that's pretty cool. So they've had their theory, and she passed that, and now it's the practical exam tomorrow. Yeah, I'm not so worried about her paying attention, but it's more questionable about my son. But he's also younger, so we go there. Hey, Fraggy 2K, thank you for the 4 months of Prime. There. Why no loaders? The reason why I don't do loaders in this is because loaders they trivialize a lot of things. And then once you do that, then it's just going to be a bit stale because a lot of things just get fixed with the loaders. So it's like any other mod that just cuts corners. You got to choose which one you want and which ones you go like, nah, I don't want that in this playthrough. How many we got? We got 22 in inventory. We'll keep this on 6. It's not a lot, but it'll get whatever is remaining out. It's not really too easy. It's just that sometimes you want to take some. You can say the same about nanobots. For me, I add nanobots because it alleviates a trivial and annoying thing of the game, like the part about building the same thing 10 times, 20 times, 100 times, like smelting columns, right? Then I don't need to worry about it because I have nanobots, and the cost is a bit of resources, which is just fine because the whole point about this is consuming as many resources as possible. And so that's why I chose to include nanobots. Loaders, they don't really sort of solve something that's super annoying. They solve a lot of balancing issues, but you know what? I like building balances. I have a good relation with balances. And this one, yeah, it's a bit annoying that it would be easier just to put 2 balancers, 2 loaders, and then that would be it. But on the other hand, it's also pretty nice that it's not like that. There. I feel it's too much. 18. We'll do 18. No. We'll do more. We'll do 24. 24 is the right number. Well, I love seafood in general, but can't eat shrimp when you have to clean them yourself. Moose is because I've been living in Sweden for a while. Interesting. Currently learning Norwegian. Why? Okay, so Raven North, welcome. Seem to be... Yeah, so, why are you learning Norwegian? I mean, not that there's anything wrong with it, but it's just like... Norwegian, Danish, like, why would you want to learn those languages? I end up needing loaders for chest connections when playing with Factorio, or I end up having UPS issues. Yeah, that's a bit... Yeah, we're not... Maybe if it ever becomes a UPS issue, then we'll deal with it at that point. What am I looking for? I'm looking for something here, and I can't... Oh, belts, damn belts. Norwegian is the superior language. Maybe to Klingon, but I don't know what is superior to. It's also pretty superior if you live and breathe in Norway and you work, for example, for the Norwegian government. Then I would imagine that Norwegian is the superior language. But among all the languages of the world, I don't think there would be reached a uniform consensus that it is the superior language. I want to read the old Eddas in the original Old Norse. Then why not Norwegian and not Icelandic? Okay, so that's because there's no Duolingo for... Okay, because that would be like... I hate to break it to you, but it's not written in Norwegian. Oh, we need a concrete hall here as well. Or do we want a concrete spaghetti? Do we want some concrete spaghetti? We want some concrete spaghetti, right? That is one of the things we've always dreamed about. Concrete spaghetti. Oh yeah. Oops. Concrete spaghetti. It's for some reason it just sounds like a... I don't know, a punk band maybe? Everything sounds like a punk band. If you think something loud sounds weird, then it's because it sounds like a punk band. Damn. Well, that's not a great place to put it. The reason why the ratio here is really bad and is because when I enable this, I drag the belt, and then of course it can't keep up. But at the rate it's producing, it could be, or it's consuming, then it could be keeping up. That means over time, hopefully, the amount that comes out, which isn't enough right now, but it could be. It's actually, let's see, do we have some productivity modules and speed modules? Nope. Could we get some? We could, because we're quite close to it. I would learn Old Norse, so when I play Age of Mythology as a Norse, I can know what random... Oh, you know what? You know what we need to talk about? Thor from God of War. God damn, he's awesome. That is just... From now on, when people call me fat, I'm going, no. I'm shaping my body to be like Thor. It's perfect. It's perfect. Yeah, like, aren't you getting a bit fat? No, I don't have a body like a Greek god. I have a body like a Norse god. Oh, nice. Which one? The fat drunk one. Ah, never mind. awesome. It's awesome. And it's fun from a joking perspective, and it's also, I really like it from a mythological perspective of, yeah, you know what? The way he is portrayed, like, he literally drinks the ocean and competes on eating with fire itself, and so he's known for drinking and eating. So he's probably not looking like Chris Hemsworth. He's probably looking like a guy who likes beer, food, and fighting. And that's exactly what he looks like. He looks like the kind of guy you bump into outside of a nightclub, and you turn around and go like, "Oh fuck," because this guy, he wanted you to bump into him. He's been looking for some idiot to bump into him all night. Yeah, I absolutely love it. I like the trailer, but it's not like I've watched it 100 times just to look at all the little things. The one thing that surprised me the most is how much the same it looks. And I don't know if that's good or bad. I just have incredible confidence in whatever the hell they're doing. So I'm like, yeah, it's probably fine. Oh, man, this is bad. This is bad. Why did I not use my brain just a tiny bit? Here, there you go. I really enjoyed Norse Mythology. Thanks for suggesting. No, oh right, the one by Neil Gaiman. Yeah, it's really good. I mean, most of what Neil Gaiman has done is pretty damn good. So, it's an easy recommendation, I'd say. Can you get stuff made in the hub? In the exterior logistic, can you get the stuff made in the hub? Yes, you can do that. You can put it into boxes that are connected, and then you can have them balance out each other, and then you can sort of on the inside say, okay, you can put it in, and yeah, you can do that. It's a bit meticulously weird right now. Okay, why is this so bad? Oh, right, I know why it's so bad. That's kind of the whole point of what we're doing right now. Whoops. It's the fact that we have now split the red circuits to also go another way, and the fact that we're not getting copper in, aside from the 6 miners down here. I've been going back to what we watched the masterclass. Thank you for that. Thank you. And I really appreciate it. That was actually one of the big intentions of it, was that I wanted more content on my YouTube channel that was evergreen. Because that's the best stuff on YouTube. It's the stuff that generates views. Aside from, I mean, you can make newsworthy things like React videos and stuff, but no one's gonna watch a React video 2 years later. But people still watching how to order your base with a main bus, and it's not a mall, it's a hub. Those splitters need priority? Nah, they don't. Because I won't be having a lot coming in from the side, and it'll merge together just fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 boxes remaining. Ta-da! Okay, all good. I have this idea that if I just always kill trees wherever I go, then eventually at some point I won't have any trees left. Not sure it's really just solid in that regard. Fits the fast. Oh yeah, switch. Yes, switch inserters. Perfect. Thank you. Good bot. A good room. Certainly a lot easier to clear trees than it is in Icarus, but they are equally much the enemy. Though there are no bears in the tree in the forest here, luckily. But what is the natural enemy of a wild and ravenous bear? Bear, not beer. What is the natural enemy? You know it. If you watched yesterday, you know what the natural enemy is. Doors, exactly. Doors are the natural enemy of wild bears. Like, raw, speck. Ah, there we go. Who's laughing now with the opposable thumbs? Ha, you stupid critter. I've actually been thinking about designs for my next base, and it's all revolving around tiers of doors. And I've also been thinking about like making a maze so that you can trap deer, that they will be running, because they always seem to just run past like idiots. So if you can make them just run in and then get stuck in a maze, then you can sort of walk on top of the maze and just shoot it. Yeah, this is the kind of thing I'm thinking about when I'm elaborate death traps. That's the things that occupy my mind when I'm not streaming, and when I'm streaming. I wonder if it's the same for polar bears. We'll see in 2 weeks' time. Now, I must say, I did not think that survival craft would be a genre that appealed to me, but I really enjoyed that game. I really enjoyed it. And I really want to play some more of it. And I think that the fact that I can't play it for 2 weeks makes me want to play it even more. Alright, so that's that one, and we just got sidetracked like 17 different times. Green Hell? Yeah. Well, the thing is, like, let's not try to sort of assume that all things in that genre will be the same or be something that will appeal to me. But it did have, like, a lot of appeal. How will you repair the maze? Well, deer don't really break things. They just run in and get stuck. But you can also just go clonk, clonk, clonk. The idea is that, okay, so what I'm thinking is that if I have my house here, I don't know why I'm doing this now, but I am. And then I have deer running past. And if there's a mountain range here, then how about just making something like this? Oops. Something like this. They can run in, and then they can't, if they sort of run in and sort of follow one of the path, then they're going to kind of get stuck. And then I can just walk around on top of this and just shoot and kill and be happy. I don't know. It's worth trying. Immersion ruined. Okay. That's the thing, like, who was it who said who had a lot of bad experiences with cougars? And I'm like, no, that's not really my experience with cougars. I have lots of good experience with cougars. Oh, right, we needed something else. We needed the processing. It doesn't matter. This one is processing as fast as it can, so no amount of extra things. Well, maybe some productivity modules. I was hunted by a cougar when I was a kid. Oh, that's not okay. That is not okay. if you were hunted by a cougar when you were a young adult, then I would go like, well, that is what they do. But kids, no, that's not okay. There, it gives tiny bit of extra productivity here. That sounds, Blade Monkey, that sounds scary, and it sounds very American. Although it wasn't a cougar. Okay. Brazilian. Okay. Well, then it sounds even worse. A jaguar is a lot. I mean, a cougar is smaller than a jaguar, right? They're the fact that they hunt crocodiles just seems like, yeah, then it's you're pretty badass if you are hunting and eating crocodiles. Then yeah, only smaller than lion and tiger. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. And I'm gonna do this because this is way overscaled for the needs of our solar power production plant. Solar power production plant. How about that? So I'm gonna be halving those. Have the strongest bite. Yeah, something like that. Often have issues with cougars attacking skiers. I think it's evidence of low IQ humans. Yeah. Well, there is no cure for that. Well, cougars, I guess. Yeah, so. Well, my experience with cougars is no less terrifying, but also exciting at the same time. Let's get here. Give me one more. You can do it. One more. How many do you need? 100? Yeah, you can do it. Have you been hunted though? Oh, I have. Oh, I have. Ta-da! They got that one. Do we have everything else we need? We have, I think I have way too much of that. Oh, we're being attacked. It's still the same place. Oh, no, it's maybe not. There. Yeah, I think that's enough. I don't like that I'm both using yellow and red. That's such an uncomfortable position to be in. Well, Factorio was not Sunday, so that was already the heresy. I guess we just counter heresy with more heresy. That's how it works, isn't it? Ah, watch out! Look at that. Awesome driving. World's best driver. World's most awesome driver. There we go. And I will get these. 36. There are no predators in Norway. Oh, there absolutely are predators in Norway. If you go to a university in Norway, there is a mandatory course on how to handle a rifle because of polar bears. That's in Svalbard, the northernmost university, northernmost city, northernmost pretty much everything. There are wolves in Denmark, too. Free pass on that course for being from the US. I don't know, but you have to carry a rifle if you're going outside and since most people who go there are for some kind of polar studies, you really want to go out. Longyear City, that's what it's called, yeah. Polar bears isn't my top worry right now. Okay. I mean, I think that goes for pretty much everyone, that polar bears are not the top of your worry list. And they just go really far down there. Like, people are worried about sharks and, I don't know, vaccines and all stupid things like that. And you don't worry about polar bears until they're the only thing on your mind and the only thing on your threat list. And you go like, what was it about polar bears? I think they're left paws, so when it's coming for me, I just dodge the left one because that's the most powerful. They are actually left paws. How many do we want? Yeah. Maybe just take this out and then just design first. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12. I mean, that can't be a coincidence, can it? It's not, though. Hold on. That's not good enough because we have to get it in here. And over here. Right, so these they're coming out at really low rates here. So just do that, and then maybe just start by filtering out that. Not great. That's what I want. And then I have the box on the outside. Maybe I could also just do box here.
Our illustrious champion returns.
Tolman, thank you for the 28 months of loyal support. Where has the time gone? It has. It's just come and gone. There's, you know, when people want to show how stupid people are and then meet them on the street, then I've heard numerous times this whole like, okay, so you have a brother and a sister. When the sister the sister is 10 years old and the brother is half her age. How old is the brother when she is 40? And go like, 20. Like, ugh. Every time I hear that, I always go like, well, it could be true if he's been traveling close to the speed of light for extended periods of time, then that could actually be true. So don't scoff at people. They are either stupid or they are astrophysicists. It's one or the other. So it just might be some people who have a more intimate and more natural understanding of relativity, and not people who are just stupid they meet on the streets. No, that doesn't change how many years he is. That would be how many birthdays has he had, and that's definitely not the same as how old he is. Can astrophysicists be stupid? Yeah, they can certainly be have lacking of any and all social understanding. Oh no, this whole thing has to be moved up one tile. Because of course it's one tile off. Oh, I can't do that. Here. Because now this works. One, two, three, four, five. That's probably too much. Ta-da! Here we go. And generally, I don't put anything in these because I don't care. Is Ninos your real name or your internet name? Can it be both? It's my real name. That's what makes it so easy. Really interesting and non-city block design in Factorio. Yep. After each stream, I just curl up as a little ball and just shake and cry myself to sleep. Is 18 too many miners for the uranium? I don't think so. It's just been running full for a while. But I'm pretty sure this will empty out faster than they can mine. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm just assuming that it is. Oh! Why is it stuttering, by the way? Oh, because this one is not. Okay. Then if we want to make it there. That one. That should be better. Now it should be consuming. Hello, Mr. Vinny. Who doesn't shake and cry themselves to sleep? I don't know. Hopefully most people don't. I only do that after playing Factorio without city blocks. do we like? Yes, we do. This is just nice and quiet and looking good. Right, so next challenge, next point on the agenda is building. I think we have to do coal liquefaction. I don't want to mine coal like this, but on the other hand, I just really need to get rid of some of the coal, and I don't have a lot of oil left that isn't being tapped. I can tap this and this, but it's all just coming in here. Okay, so it's basically full belts here, full pipes. It's looking like it's keeping up, but also maybe more than just that. Up the power inside nuclear. Oh, it's using too much. It absolutely is. Power limit 20. Good, thank you. What is our total power consumption? Yeah, nothing. The on-map names are a cool touch. Thank you. I think it's a cool touch as well. It's super nice. Let's see. Do we have a... No, we don't have one of these out here. So let's get it. Maybe down there. Right. So maybe let's design a coal liquefaction build. Liquefaction is gated by purple. Ah, why? Why do you hate me? The thing is, though, that's not O, because that's a different game. I've played so many games by... Oh, hold on. Why are we not doing this? Right, if you look at this, there's nothing really preventing us from just making a few of these, and by a few of them I mean 1,500. And each one is still producing 3 of them, so it's just 500 of each of the ingredients. I need 500 electric furnace, 500 productivity modules. It could be done, right? It could be done without sort of making a structured approach. So we turn oil into solid fuel and coal into oil. Sounds paradoxical. Yeah, less than 500 with productivity modules. Yes. Just handcraft. I know. All right, Jay, you got it. I'm going to do it. What's coal liquefaction cost? It's 1,500. Oh, no, that's not even this one. This is advanced oil processing 2. That's not even it. There, that one. 2,000. Okay, so. Damn, I don't have a choice. I don't have a choice. But the advantage of this one is that it's just stuff we have, right? Although, if we'll break it down, then the red circuits are a bit excessive here. That's 5 red circuits, and this one is another 5. Yeah, 5. So each one is 10 red circuits, which again goes back and goes, well, that's a lot of plastic. So I think we need to make a bigger red circuit build, and I don't think I want to build this. I think I just need to build a good old school plastic build, right? And I'm just wondering if it's valuable to do this one again. I think so. I think we'll just build a few of these. Let's do that. Let's build a few of these and then figure out, it should be outputting like 350 petroleum per second. That's still like nothing. 18 per second, so it's 18 times 2, that's 36 plastic per second. Yeah, I think we need to build some of those. Cool, let's do that. This one's fine. The good thing is we can now just hover over this one from anywhere on the map just to get a sense of how many we have. Right, so priorities. The priority is getting yellow signs, because yellow signs enables us to get this one and then that one. And this is needed for us to actually engage with biters again. Do we have enough in the building now? We did not have enough before, but I think we do now. We do. It takes 12 point something. And as you can also see, it's consuming all it can. Can ore spawn destroy a factory's mobility? No, it does not spawn. It does not destroy the factory's mobility. I don't think so, at least. That's what we agreed, that it shouldn't be able to destroy buildings, but it can destroy anything between. So still, like, if it goes spawns right here, then it might not destroy every building, or hopefully will not destroy the buildings, but it will still mean that everything has to be removed and moved somewhere else, and all sorts of annoying things as well. I think the answer to all our troubles comes from, I don't know. Let's go up here and get to our new hub. Our hub has all the answers. This one's stuck? Haha, that's a lot of potential. Look at that! 2.4k. Juicy. And then it's stuck.
Ow, 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 ow.
Here. 6 and 5. Where are the other ones? Oh, they're up here. Sweet. 16? I don't think I need to make more than 16. Definitely need a few pumps. And definitely need more of this. And do we not have that in a box? Probably not. No pipes in a box? Okay. Well, we'll just steal them. And that one. 20. That's probably not even enough. 22. That's good. And then I'm taking 100 of these just so I can build another big one. Anything else? No, I don't think so. Right now there's no reason really for me to get robots beyond what I already have, so that I'm kind of skipping it already. Basically we wanted the robots, and then I realized that I don't really have a use for the robots if I don't have a logistics network as well. Woo! I wonder if this one has been... Have you been able to put this out? Yes, you have. Sweet. Off you go. Oh no, inventory's full. Worst part about nanobots is its tendency to just throw things on the ground when it gets a tantrum. Just like, no, don't care. And that is good. I don't know what it's going to be like. It's probably going to be... I can't remember what the other one has. That's that one. Cool. All right. Copy. Happy. Copy. You can do copy on both. Oh, right. That recursion thing. Maybe I don't really want to get that. Keep that going. There. We just put that to the end of the line. There you go. It's 50k. So it takes a while. It was just basically there as something that I'm going to need it at some point. So if I don't know what to research, then just research that one. A lot of stuff going on. Oh, did I forget this? Nope, apparently not. Right, and that one is solid. 1, 2 inbounds, and one outbound. Going up, that one, and here. Good. We unfortunately miss a lot of the modules. I had forgotten about that. This I'm not so sure about. And neither this one. Hold on. It's inbound water. Yes, and inbound oil. Kind of important. Water on this side. Crude oil on the other side. Yeah. Not exactly what we have here. This is crude oil inbound. Maybe don't have it on the same path then. That's crude oil in, and on the other side we'll have some water inbound. Did we? Nope. Actually moving on the progress bar. That's true. That's actually moving quite fast. What are you doing? Excuse me. Good. Exoskeleton equipment is next. This one should actually be working unless I mess something up. Why is that? Oh, right. It's because that's where it was previously. So that goes in. Looking good. This one is probably need to go up to 50. Well, stuff is happening. And I need to put them into the same one. Oh, it has 2 outbounds. Is that good or bad? I don't know. Now I kind of feel I'm getting this a bit overly complicated, right? Because is this going to be pushing faster, better, stronger? And I will put this here for a better plastic than that one. On the other hand, do we need a better plastic? I don't know. Let's... Okay, so one of the things I have a problem with is that I'm now consolidating everything into one line, and then I'm splitting it into two, and then I'm mixing it and matching it, and it's just not really a structured way of doing it. Usually I would sort of have, okay, all of this consolidates inbound. Is the throughput enough? Okay, then we can split it out, and then we can manage from there. Now I'm just sort of haphazardly merging and splitting things. Like that one should also go down there and in, and this one should go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Plus 9 is 22. I mean, that's just what it is. 55 meters away. A lot of inline pumps in the future. I have 41, so it could happen. Let's do also a lot of forest clearing in the future. I think I'm going to consolidate everything into one pipe, and then only when I get better modules will I sort of review whether that's like these ones are only consuming 350. So if I have two of those for 350, it's still nothing. Even if I have 3 of them, then we are only getting up to about 1,000 per second. 1,000 per second is totally manageable. 1,000 per second is how many? 17? Is it 17 pipe segments? I think it is. Or is that 1,200? I think it's 1,200. That's 17 pipe segments. Yep, purposely avoiding trains. Absolutely. We are not doing trains in this one. The reason why we're not doing trains is because a lot of our builds will have to move all the time. So moving infrastructure with trains is just a gigantic pain. Plus, it's something that's super vulnerable to random explosions. So if there will be continuously supply of hype trains from here and there, right? That's kind of what I have to hope for. Otherwise, I mean, the base just stops growing. Then it'll also be within line of sight. So more of them will be spawning in here, although it's only coal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 coal we have in here. That's a bit coal heavy. I honestly like this way that I've come to terms with how I'm doing this. I don't really care anymore if it's the best way or if it's good enough. I know it's good enough by now. But there might be other and better versions of this. That's one of the places where that doesn't work. Very few. There. And then you can take like the longer segments like this, and if you want to, replace them for no reason. Yep. All right, I'm gonna take a short break. You like pump mod makes placing oil pumps a 1 second thing. There's a lot of mods that I could do, so. And that one. We also need to replace that because here. Oh no, we don't actually. Oh, because we're not researching any military. Do we have any military thing we could research? That would be something. Laser shooting speed. We can do that, right? Laser defense. Energy weapons. Sure. Take that out. Get it back in again. Sure. Then we can get that going. Whoa, Headshoe! Thank you for 5 gift subs. Now, don't I'm just taking a break now. I was just announcing a taking a break. Thank you so much. It's still gonna be here. Those 5 subs are not expiring by the time I get back. So I'm still gonna take a short break. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Oh, that is advanced. Bedankt for het. What is that? Is that Dutch? Oh no. Ah, whatever. Alright, okay. You can do what you want. I need to take a break. I'll be back in 2 minutes. See you in 2 minutes. This is still active in 2. Welcome back. Okay. See, told you the timer was still going when I... Hey, good morning, Bekar. Why you couldn't hear anything? Yeah. Sorry about that. I'll try to be more noisy then. Yeah, so thank you for the gift subs, Hechu. And Exoy for the 200 bits, just out of nowhere. Hey Mark, thank you for 19 months.
Welcome home.
Ideally I want it here. This one. How? Oh, okay, because it's... September subs, the bestest ones. Absolutely, the September... thing is such a nice thing, and it's actually, I mean, I think that if you look at it, like 20% discount is quite a lot. Prime username 1234, not a Prime username. Thank you for the 3 months. What is that? It's close for 40 seconds. But we already had one, so that's a lot of these. Go back. 30 seconds. I like they've copied our feature with the hype trains here. They've copied that on Twitch. I love it. Probably not directly copied from us, but you know, still. Hey, baked beans. triggering another? Maybe. Trigger happy.
A kind gesture.
Sorry, thank you for the 200 bits. And thank you, Baked Beans. You're not your something I've noticed that the community is not really very
Shall gather. More shall
very
enter the
emote
fray.
focused. And I guess maybe if it was more emote focused, I would have more emotes, but it just doesn't seem like it's something that is very high priority for everyone. Like we have a conscription thing that's never used, we have the hype train thing that's never used, and it's just we have them. Thank you, Baked Beans. All right, well, you decided that this one single-handedly kicking it off the kicking it off the track, no, off the platform. Oh no, what's my car doing up there? Oh, Baked Beans. There we go. And thank you, Hechu, for the 500. See, Hechu, with those 500, that just reminds me of whenever I played like an off game. When Darkest Dungeon, for example, and I cleared a boss, then you're always so generous with a cheer after each boss kill. See, very nice. That's a very cool thing. Oh, and server's dead. Am I still live? Ugh, I don't think so. Maybe. You're still live. Okay, good. Thank you. We can hear see you. Oh, okay, good. Well, then it's just Timbo and stuff. Well, I can focus on the hype train then. Sorry, Shadowhopper, thank you for the gift sub. And then RS Jackson, thank you for 5 subs. All right, can someone... Darkest Dungeon 2 on the way. Yeah, unfortunately, they changed the prospect from being Q3 to being 2021. So it's like, it's not Q3 then. Thanks for the great content. Thank you for the support. Can someone moderator ping Prime Dead and Timbo to see? Hello, Vichu. Have you been here all day, or is it? Did you just arrive? And if you just arrived, then that's a coincidence that it just broke just as you arrived. Still, I'd rather have you here than not here. So it's not me saying you shouldn't be here. Yeah, so maybe Vichu, if you could take a look at the server, see if it's up, down, over, under. And thank you, Barthek, for 1,000 bits. That also puts you in the lead for the bit side. Didn't you already just throw a ton of bits at me? Hey, Heineminator, thank you for the 26 months. Not so often we see you. Server seems fine. Okay, all right. Doesn't seem to be. Could you just restart it? Because this, it's not fine. It's your new chance to get number 1 bits. Oh, don't say that. Then someone might be thwarting your quest there. We have nothing to do except... can you do a save before that? Or is that just going to have to be like the last... I don't know. You do you, Richard. You do you. And thank you, Torman. Bits. Yeah, I got a couple. Have them. Thank you. And Cinder, thank you for the 1,500. Okay, so you are now taking the lead. Seems like autosave crashed so weeks ago. All right, so I just took a save. I will upload it to our Google Drive, and then you can snatch it from there. So is this is where I, as a manager, come in and go like, huh? It crashed several weeks ago. Who's receiving the notification of crashed processes? Just curious. Sashini, thank you for the 4 gift subs. We deemed it as a one-off deal and probably would sold. Whew, spoken like a true developer. Spoken like a true developer. It's probably the supplier. Probably. Just all right. It's up there. It's on the Google Drive. Do you want me to? Oh, hello, Timbo. See, this is how I. This is when I miss my moderators, my long-standing moderators, and I go like, they haven't been around, and I just crash the server because then they finally join, and I'm so happy. I can't believe that's what I have to do to get them to join. But I mean, if that's what I have to do, then that's what I have to do. Right. Speaking of which, I have nothing to do except hype the hype train.
More shall gather. More shall enter the fray.
Oh. Thank you, Mark. That is crazy. I was like, gifting 10. No, that's not 10. Good thing we don't have the notification. Okay, I think Mark is getting that. Thank you so much, Mark. Look at that. See, Mark is really getting it. That 20% is more saved with a bigger donation. The bigger the donation, the more money you save. It's just, that's how it works. Thank you so much, Mark. That is super generous of you. And this is where you go like, oops, I think I put a 0 too much. All right, so that's the level 5 hype train, and it looks like Cinder is getting a level 1 hype train with with 1500. Oh right, that would also just be crazy. Like Bartek with 2500. Yeah, that couldn't stand, right? It's not the first one. No, it's not. Let's see if Mark, you said anything. Oh, there we go. 80 euro saved. Don't even say that. Just had some good bonus from work. Congratulations. Thank you. So did I. So did I, apparently. I've never had 100,000 bits in one go, have I? Yeah, I did. Yes. The 100,000 bits. The biggest single donation has been was Natsab with 10,000 Swedish crowns. 100 bits for yeah. Anyone ever used a hype train emote? No, not really. Not except for the choo choo and then squawk. They're completely useless. Oh, by the way, if the server's up, then probably mention it again because I kind of got sidetracked. It's just deadly quiet. And then never again until the next one. Exactly, Merlin. That's how it goes. Looks like it's still down. Yeah, I think they might go on strike. That's typical, isn't it? It's typical. We're gonna download it. It's all right, right? They're going on strike. Typical, right? Yeah. I really applaud in Denmark the nurses are going on strike because they had a strike for better working conditions after 2020. Yeah. They were entitled to some better working conditions. And then after there was a legal strike, and it's just all the things that are part of how the labor market works in Denmark. Everything was good. And then after a while, the government went like, nah, fuck it. We'll just make a new law so they're not allowed to strike anymore. That is so shitty for a social democratic government that is basically their core members should be like nurses and other professionals, and then they go like, yeah, now you burned all of your money for the strike, and then we just make it pass it into law that this is your new salary, so you're not allowed to strike anymore. Yeah, so the fact that they're now doing illegal strikes, I am all for it. Shut down the entire health system, and because, yeah. You can't really enforce that though. Yes, you can. If you don't know the Danish labor market, don't comment on it. There are very intricate rules about how it works, and it's super complicated. But there are strikes that are legal and strikes that are not legal, and it's kind of how the labor market settles itself. And that's also one of the reasons why Denmark does not have a minimum wage and doesn't need it. So there are ways that you can strike, and the strike, of course, when the nurses are striking, they're not shutting down the ER, they're shutting down sort of elective surgery and those kind of things. And yeah, doing this as a job, you can't strike. Yes, and that's the thing. That's the thing, right? That also means that from a societal perspective, it makes sense, right? I mean, you don't want the firefighters or the nurses or the policemen to go on strike. But on the other hand, if you're abusing it to treat them like shit, then they should go on strike. And then just go like, well, let's see how long you deal with not having firefighters or police or nurses. And then we can talk about the coming back to work. Check in the console. It is definitely not updated. Thank you. Thank you for getting it back on. Oh, there we go. Okay, so the last one is the Mark, and Barthik is also there. And that looks like it's updated. I don't know if I can't scroll up and see if there's such anyone, right? Still want a screenshot? It goes in tech. No, they're not new minor slaves. Nope, that's not how it works. Have all since so wasn't running during the events. Cool. So it just goes. The buster is still worked while striking, but they didn't let the people pay for rides, so only the business lost, not the passenger. That is brilliant. That is brilliant. That's a good way of doing it. Or you could also, like, nurses, they just go like, well, we are not treating anyone from the government or from anyone. They can't do that. But anyone who's not working for the government, they can get treated. And I go like, whoa. Or the firefighters just don't respond to anyone from the ruling party. Then it goes like, oh, that's crazy. Hey, Ashu, bet some cheers were lost while server down. So I repeat it. No, I don't think it was. But thank you so much anyway. Okay, I think that everything is as it should be. Not in the world per se, but in the game more specifically. The world is pretty fucked up, and I don't think we can have the beautiful, awesome moderators fix that in an evening. But maybe you could give it a shot. So thank you, Vichu and Timbo. Hate that I had to crash the server to get you to join, but I mean, I gotta do what I gotta do. Fix Brazil, please. I think that might be just a bit outside the expectations of what the moderators can do. Yeah, we do get 2 new patches when someone can work on it. Still working, so no worries. What? War incoming. Looking good. Thank you, Michael. Let's see. Well, I'll belay that thank you until we see that they successfully get in here. Ooh, they're here. Barthik, and not surprisingly, Mark got that one. Ooh. Yes! 2 million ore! Yay! Fantastic. Sweet. And that one's also right. That is perfect. And, oh, Mark, why did you want to go out there? Well, the good thing about this is you're going to probably last a lot longer on the map than the Barthik. Barthik will be nom 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 nom. Should there not be more mining drones? Nope. Mining drones are only for paid recurring subs. No, but Mark, this is great because that means you're not going to be eaten. Look at that. This is baked beans. You can't even see that it's baked beans. This is baked beans as well. You can't even see that. And soon we've forgotten who he is entirely, except for that beautiful thing here. Yeah. Is it always 2 million? For a level 5, it's 2 million. It's level 1 is 100,000, level 2 is 200,000, level 3 is 500,000, level 4 is 1 million, and level 5 is 2 million. Welcome out of the lurking shadows, Sir Conrad. Yeah, interest rates. The reason is that I would like to sort of the irony. I still haven't found a good way to say this, because it sounds like I don't want gift subs, and I absolutely love gift subs, but I'd also like the regulars to consider maybe having recurring subscriptions, and therefore I want to do something that encourages recurring subscriptions. And that's what I'm doing by saying, hey, you get something specific in the base. Also, it is of course a way that I can show to Twitch that that's the way they evaluate their streamers, not by the gift subs, not by anything, but only by recurring subs. So I want to be showing that it is a good and strong and healthy community we have here, with regulars who are not just coming in and dropping gift subs and never coming back, but actually lots of recurring subs. It's just a thing I do for this one, and it fits perfectly with September. So if you're considering subscribing, then it has an impact on the drones, and it's like impact in the game, and it is cheaper to do it right now. So, and then in the next series we'll do something else. Oh, I'm out. Oh no. So I have to do the heavy lifting myself. Oh, it hurts my arm. Am I allowed to go back to lurk mode? You promise you won't crash it again? No. To all questions? You can join as much or as little as you like, but of course I'm always preferring that you are around. But I don't get to decide that. So you can join or you can leave as much as you like, and but I'll always have a preference for hanging around. And Mia, thank you for the 4 months. Go on strike. Please don't. I'll just make a law change, so it'll be not allowed. Okay, what are we doing? Oh yeah, we were supposed to do that one, and then we got distracted. I mean, I appreciate it, Draco, but there's just something with Vichu and Timbo. They've been around for a long time. So so it's not like they're not easily replaced. There. The deal, no freedom or rest for bots around in here. No, that's true. That is true.
Our illustrious champion returns.
Hey, Calgar, thank you for the 9 months. I'm always hurry up with the review, so too many hype trains here. What? You hurry up with it? Not sure I agree with the too many, but oops. There. Actually, maybe it's better to do it there. Ah. Ah, to pay for myself. Ah, right. Yeah. I appreciate it. You gotta hurry up. Yeah, if you could. If also there was a bit of a sport in it in gifting a sub to a regular, or and particularly to a regular who is usually someone who gifts subs, and hitting them with a gift sub. I think that's been really gratifying to just go like, oh, hello, you went 2 seconds without your sub. Now, pew, take a gift sub. There. Looking good. And I'm going to pick you up because that's going to be bad anyway. Did the pipe on the top right connect? That one? If this by top right you mean top left? I think they're all connected. Oh, hello, singular curve. Oh, we ran out of that as well. Too bad. Yeah. Two wood. That's not a lot of fuel I have left. So we've basically run out of nanobots, construction nanobots, soon also the other nanobots, and we've run out of pipes, and we have run out of that one. That's problematic as well. But luckily we got... Oh, Barthik is down here. That's great, because DSIM is also disappearing into the mist. Is everyone in chat now subscribed? No, I don't think so. I think Blade Monkey is not subscribed. That's the one I saw who isn't subscribed. Who has been an active chatter. And that's definitely not to call you out. Quite the contrary. If someone's like, hey, yeah. Over to our hub. Or maybe we can just get some things here. Take one more of these, and here. Talismancer, thank you for the 2 months. Welcome back. I was about to reply you weren't subscribed, but yeah, found a solution to that problem. Self-reliant. And what else did we not have? Oh, pipes. Well, we'll take the pipes here. They do no good. Ah, that's a bit too much of that one. 400 and something. There you go. Now we can go back and get the rest of it. I always enjoy your dialogue. Thank you. Dialogue. I guess it's mainly a monologue though, but yeah. I haven't actually just subscribed. I subbed about a week back, but I just haven't been in chat. Ah, okay. That's nice. It's also a good idea to save that once in a while if you want to help trigger a train or something, and if you just... I mean, it is still... The subscription is still there, but it's actually not the subscription. It is the notification in chat that counts as for hype trains. Not for sort of payment or anything, but for hype trains, it is that part that counts. So, it's a bit weird. I want to get it there. Oh no, that's like the worst part. Okay, then we'll do it on that one. Just the utter carelessness I have about everything, it seems, in this series. Hype trains are odd things. They are really odd, but I know some people really dislike them. I like streamers, and I like them. Not surprising, I guess. Should just use these ones. There we go. So let's see. Is it pumping? And no. Okay, power, of course. Do you know why leather clothes are best for stealth? They're made out of hide. Okay, are we there? Is that where we at? Does it count for a drone when it was done when the Icarus stream? Yes, it does. Everything counts. Also, the hype trains, they also count on when they're on non-Factorio streams. Otherwise, I just like, then I would, what would happen is that I would not be able to distinguish the interest in different streams based on engagement, because the engagement would not, everyone would hold back to a Factorio stream because of that. And I don't want that. I want it to be sort of, I want to see sort of, I look at views and engagement and all that stuff for my various streams, and I want to get those numbers sort of as realistic as possible, and or as plausible as possible. Let's see. We had one that's running out. That one is possibly dangerous.
Ow, 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 ow.
And this one is very much out. Not a big deal though. It looks like so far the other one is holding up just fine. How is that actually doing? Yeah, okay. So it is now time for us to build or design some low density structures. I think we'll go take this one for low density structures. Low density structures, is that something that takes a long time to build? It kind of is. So let's do that. For the emotes, really? Then you could easily place the second miner on the same patch, right? Yeah, that's a really good idea. Sorry, why did I not read it on time? That was just so much better idea. Although at this point I don't really need it. This one is going all the way back here. So technically I shouldn't be using this. I should actually decommission this one. So this one is going up here, and then that one will come from the new Bartek. Yep, so I'm not going to do it. Possibly Dan or Day. How expensive are LDSs? They take, each LDS takes 30 plastic, so that's kind of insane. That means we first need to build a new
Ow, 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 ow.
plastic build. $250 steel. Here. Oh yeah, I forgot something. Whoop! Yay! That'll build one more of these that we don't really need. 1, 2, 3. And I can do one more. Let's look at this plastic and consider whether this is good or bad or enough or not enough. I'm getting it out. What? Why is everything on yellow belts? That makes no sense. There's really no reason to have anything else than this. There we go. Now it's exactly what I needed. You're back researching. Yeah. That's what happens. Laser shooting speed, energy weapons, unknown technology, laser turret 2. We'll just take all the stuff we can do here. There, and then that one at the end. Oh, you know what? I forgot. Modules. Let's go modules on the other ones. That one does not have modules. It's missing like a ton of modules. So let's go get some modules and also. That's looking good. The time has come. I don't bother turning anymore, so I just make a landfill road across. Why am I getting sort of associations to a song like Landfill Road? Take me home. What is that? Landfill Road? It's definitely not Landfill Road. Is it a country song?
Ow, 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 ow.
Country Road. No. Landfill Road. It's definitely a landfill road. Pretty sure it's Landfill Road. West Virginia. Yeah. Isn't that a bit of a problematic song? Doesn't it have like some? Yeah, exactly. Jelly Bean, you got it. John Denver. Okay, yeah. I don't know. Problematic. Everything is problematic these days. I can't remember what I was supposed to get here. Ugh, for the life of me. What did I want to get? What did I want to get here? We went all. Oh, right. Modules. Modules. Yes. And also at this point, I might as well just double it because it's going to be idle all the time. And now we have a consistent supply of red circuits. So let's abuse that fact. I don't think I need fishies anymore. There you go. Good evening, cleaner. Do you have updated your base in a book plans anywhere? Base in a book plans. You found an old version. If you want the updated version, take a look at any one of my videos. Any single one of them. It'll have a direct link to my website that has every single one. In every single episode has updated blueprints at the time. It is just, you will not find anyone who has gone into that amount of detail for, I don't know how many episodes I had in that series, and every single one had a complete blueprint book for every single episode. and it's all linked in every single one of my YouTube videos. So, I mean, I cannot imagine how I could do anything more than that. And if you want the latest one, there is one with the collected one. That's the final ones. Coal and fuel mixed in a belt. That's correct, because it all burns, baby. It all burns. That's what it's there for.
Ow, ow, ow,
Yeah.
ow,
Ow,
ow.
ow, 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 ow. It's the copper here that's lagging, right? Yeah, the copper's lagging, and the copper's lagging because this one, it's 24, but it just can't keep up. Even though we have like productivity and stuff.
Ow, 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 ow.
Ow, 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 ow. Yeah, so on the inside it's red, but yeah. Do, 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 do. And if I do this one, then it should be whatever it is more than 30 is gonna have to be deleted. There. Always take inserters first. That looks pretty awful. And check again. 61, 29. I press Z, depending on where you're from, what you do. And then I need a dedicated coal line here. This coal line just needs to be updated. Because this is, that's just looking, it looks so bad in so many ways. Like, it goes that way, up, around, under, over, under, and up there. It's just not okay. Not okay. But I have to start at the other end. Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense. By the way, this one should also stop doing silly things. Oh, I have it. I have like a brilliant way to do this that I'll always forget. That's brilliant. I'm gonna put that one and then some red lines. Oh, this is brilliant. I'm gonna regret it. I'm gonna be so miserable when it just blows up in my face. It's perfect. So now it's on, now it's off. Or we could do it the other way around. We can instead of turning it on and off for this one, this is horrible. Then we do a red one. And if there's a red one, it doesn't work. It'll work when red is 0. No, it'll work when... Yes, when red is 0. So when I turn it off, it works. And I'm not going to turn it off. There we go. So if I pick this up, then it'll start working. Yes, good. That's better. Alright, so what the hell am I doing there? A lamp is a great idea. So what exactly is the point of this? The point is that I don't want to burn any of this at all. Can I? No, I can't copy conditions. Use color, and that one is there. And then if I take it out, basically that is a big turn off filter there. So that should kill these three, which will be our water supply. They will gradually diminish, gradually disappear. This one is no longer going to be here. There we go. Yeah, working all this. Technically, yes. This one also has to be like 1 red belt instead. And that one has to be decreased. You can automate it with an accumulator. No, I can't really automate it with an accumulator. Yeah, I could automate it there, but the problem is there's such a delay from this one turning off. Where is it? This one turning off here until it goes in, that it doesn't really matter. You can see that even though we turned it off, I still have 100 in here because they're not really consuming anything. So it's not ideal. There. Yay! It did not blow up, I think. No, no, no upblowing. Do we want 1 belt? Yeah, just 1 belt. Why? Why? I hate this. I hate it. It's just, it's so irrelevant and it's so annoying. It's taunting me. Always 1 tile off. I mean, oh, what? No, no, I'm still 1 tile off. Didn't I move it? Now it works. This one is empty, but it still has stuff in it. Okay, so stuff. Thank you, Lars, for helping out. So this will be the new coal line that will be primarily going into the plastic one, but also going into topping up the sulfur, which will just be a minuscule amount. Here it goes. It's actually okay, right? It's an okay location. This one has to be moved, so it's going to be different anyway. I mean, I have to do something. There. And then I actually want to go out here first, even though I don't think that's what I want. These two lines have to now be red lines out. Then, which one? That one. And the other one will just be, let's call it available for whatever. I don't bother waiting, so let's just take this and then fill it up and figure out what's going on. Whoa, cannot insert plastic. Well, uninsert plastic then. Yeah, so we got rid of the plastic and that's working. This one is almost emptying. It's emptying slowly and unevenly as well. Do you ever make solid fume from light oil, or does it not make sense? If I want to make it like mega base style, then I use the light oil because it's a better recipe. But in this case, it's also based on the fact that this was built before I had it, and this one just gets that one in. That's also why I want to disable it, because I don't want to have it used for power at all anymore. Yeah, again, I should wait, but I'm too impatient, so not happening. It doesn't, oh, it's not moving until this one is completely empty, I guess. Because it's just using a tiny bit. Why is it so bad, by the way? It's still this one. As long as I can't get enough copper, I can't get enough here, and yeah. Copper is missing. I could just go out there and smash some copper. Probably a good idea. And 8? 8's probably not going to cut it. I'll take 16. The splitter at the red chips should be red, shouldn't it? The splitter at the red chips. Which one? These ones are red, but everything else is so low quantity. Oh, that one. Ah, the plastic one. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Doot. Thank you, all of you who mentioned the same thing. But Becca, being the moderator, knows how to read through to me. No bounces? Nah, I don't do bounces in this one. And I don't know, it's weird, but I think it's just because everything is just a spaghetti mess. Then it's like, what is the point of just pretending that everything is nice and balanced and everything when it so clearly is not balanced? It's maybe a bit of fatalistic approach. Like it just seems weird that I would be trying to optimize something that is so clearly irrelevant. That's all the coal gone. Ooh. And this one. Okay, so we fixed a few things. What I now need to do is... Oh, what is now this one? Oh, baked beans is gone, and then it's gonna be Bartek instead. So I need to clean up that belt as well. Damn. Because I don't want it from down there anyway. Oops. Look at all these beautiful red belts I will now get. And that needs to come from that one. This is why I don't have trains, because then it would be the trains I'd have to remove. So aesthetic, the US way, and keeping belts filled enough to meet demand. Yes. Sometimes 1 and 2 are the same, but not always. I'll concede that fact. Yeah, Larry Manzer, you are not long for this world. It's pretty obvious that 34? I don't like 34. I like 32. I don't know why. It seems like a better number. And I have... That's all, folks. Looks like it's actually making almost full belts at least. Very close to full belts. And of course it's going to diminish as Larry Manzer goes further out. Yeah, we don't want any rule 34 with our drones here. Okay, that was that one. And then we are back. We did design the plastic. We've now gotten a full lane of plastic available. And I could get more if I really needed it. Yep, there's also research to do this a bit faster. Luckily. Deconstruct. Then I use all my precious drones for this. Then I have to do a supply run for drones then. Oh no. Why did you suggest this option? This is what happened when... It all messed up. Why not? Why not take it downhill? Whoops. That one. That's fine. This is going quickly. Like if this is how much do I have left? Oh, 375. 375,000 divided by 60 per second. Divided by 60 seconds. 100 minutes. 1.5 hours of processing and then it's gone. Why not just paint the world in concrete? Yeah, because then I have to do that. then it's like, then if I started doing that, someone would invariably come and say like, why are you spending time paving the world in concrete. And I go like, someone said it. What about mining productivity? Mining productivity is up here. That's something we get from random donations. That comes, that progress bar on these two. Let's see. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to do, and we've reached the top of the hour again, so I am going to just take a little break, and then we'll do the design. There. Let's stamp it down at least. That one. I have no idea why I thought that would be a good idea. This one will be our design for low density. See, now it looks like we've already done it, but we haven't. That's going to be after the break. Unless we also have something else. Was one of them ran out? Oh, that one. Yes, we have all of that cleanup as well to do, but that's not going to be right now because this is running out. Damn it. Maybe we should change away from some military tech then. Sure. Break time. I'll be back here in 2 minutes. Don't go away. Hello and welcome back. There, the game is back as well. Yeah, so let's just before all the guesswork, let's have a look on the LDS recipe here. 20 copper plates, 2 steel plates, and 30 plastic bars. What this also means, it's 20 steel plates is actually 20 iron plate. 2 steel plates are actually 20 steel plates. So we need the same amount of copper, iron, And then on top of that, 50% extra plastic. Good night, Michael. Thank you for the moderation tonight. Help with all that good stuff. So let's start from here. There are two things that need low density structure, but I'm only going to care about the yellow signs. I'm not going to care about building something that will be for the future in way down the line. That's not going to happen. We're simply going to make it for this one. And my target will be 3 utility signs per second, because I have 3 of all the other signs per second. So that's my target. Hence, that means if it's 3 utility signs per second, that means it's 3 low density structure per second. So we can forget about this. I need to build 3 low density structures per second. And that means if I have if I have 20, isn't it on a 20-second cycle? Yes. So I have now 20 of this. That would mean I would make 1 per second. It would also mean that I consume 20 copper plates per second, 20 iron plates per second, and 30 plastic per second. That would give me 1 per second. Actually, it would give me less because of the way that the recipe here. So actually, if I need this per second, then I need 90 plastic per second. That's not so bad. I mean, we can do that. Yeah. The problem here is getting 60 copper and 60 iron per second. Maybe not, actually. It's 2 belts, right? It's 2 belts. 2 belts. Let's do that. How about making plastic at to ratio? It's exactly what we do, yeah. Okay, so we need 60 copper and 60 iron. That's 2 full belts of each. That's okay. I think that's fine. That's we have those designs already. That is basically, whoops, one of these and two of these, right? These 2 plus 1 of those. That's what I need. That's not bad. But it can't go into here. I can't have... I can? Can I? Well, I'm less interested in all the stuff you cannot do. Let's just build a modular design for this anyway. Do we go like this? So I think the answer is I will have 1 belt out here. Then I will have another belt here. And then I'll have a single belt here. 1 will be dedicated plastic, 1 will be dedicated copper, and the other one will be half steel inbound and half the other product outbound. That means I'm going to have this one as an outbound, right? So outbound, outbound, and outbound, outbound. In. That's it. You need more plastic. Yes, sure. I need 90 plastic, but I can do that. So out on only one side, yes. Because remember, even though it's the vast quantities we have, then each one is not actually consuming much. They're because it's on a 20-second cycle. So it's consuming 1 copper per second and 1.5 plastic per second. So it's really slow. I'm going to take this thing here. And then let's just try 1, 2, 3. That's not bad. Now, how many do we have? Do we need? If I have 20, then I don't make 1 per second, then I make 0.75 per second. And so if I have 60, then divided by 20 for the crafting time, and then multiply by, the crafting time and then the crafting speed. We'll have 2.25. So if I do like I want 3, then I divide by 0.75 and multiply by 20. 80. Makes sense, of course. And if I have 4 columns, then I can need to have 20 in each column. And this is already 8. So actually what I need is this one, that one, and that one. This should be 80 of those. Good. So, can I do this reasonably inbound and outbound? I think so. Whew. This block is good. Alright, what do we... 1, 2 full belts in of iron, of copper. 1, 2, 3 full belts. Yeah, hold on. This is definitely going to consume more than a yellow belt. For one of them. So one of the belts have to be red. Oh. There. All right, Barthak, thank you very much for your participation, activity, generosity, and all of that thing tonight. Again tonight. Look at that. You're making strides towards your goal for being first place on the bit side of things today. Oof. Although you did lose your first place on the sub side. Don't both intervals have to be... nope, because if I look at this, it's because it's the crafting speed of 0.75. They only need 16. Oh, they have that one, right? I'm pretty sure it's easier to get 4 belts in here and 2 belts in on that side. And then a single steel belt somewhere. Is that Ian necessary? Nope. Plastic. I'll get a 3 to 4 splitter on the outside, I think. Because I can't do it on the inside, right? It's so much easier just taking, hey, you're gonna go in there, you're gonna go in there. That one. And then I have, let's say, these two for the last ones. There will be doesn't look right. That's so annoying. So annoying with this one. Can I just then say you're not coming in from the side, you're coming in from over here then? It's actually quite important that it is blocked like that. Because then it automatically makes sure that I can't oversaturate these. Because this shouldn't be necessary, so don't ever oversaturate them. Okay, do we see any problems with this? Except for aesthetic. Except for aesthetic. Nope. See, after Bartek left, it's just completely quiet. Completely dead chat. What does that tell us? The yellow input on the right side might need a side bouncer. That's a really good point. I had to say it slowly because I didn't get it. Yep. Clip it. That looks better. Yeah. Don't you lurk, Shemi? Hey, Rodor. Good evening. Didn't even know you were here. Oh, I could also move it up a bit if I want to. There's nothing about this one that has to be here. The only consideration is that this one. Nah, I rather want to do that with bounce splitters here. That's just more logical. And load into structures. There. Very modest. Hold on, they will all be on the same side, right? This one inside, merchant inside, this one outside. Okay, this one will be on two sides belt and this one will not be on two sides belt. Damn. It's always the same with this. There. No. No. Yeah, 3 go on one side. Yeah, exactly. Just Q. Copying belts I'm pointing at. Q. And sometimes I press shift because I played too much Dyson Sphere. How annoying that is that they're all... Maybe there's actually a benefit to all of them being on the same side. Maybe I should just embrace the sidedness. Yeah, but I don't like this. The reason I don't like it is because it makes sure that if it stalls, then it's only half of it that actually activates in the beginning. Then it has to empty this lane before emptying this, before emptying this, before emptying this, and only then will the first one get started. If I do this, then they're all still going to be one-sided, right? Corner lane bands. Ooh, now that's sexy. Is that correct? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it must be. That looks really intentional. I think you must have forgotten, Donny, because it's literally something I do all the time. If you and you seem to be paying attention. That one. Funny thing is, this is just to make it look better. It doesn't really look much better, but it gets it a bit. I don't know. Oh no, I forgot this. Oh, I forgot the worst part of it is I now need to do this. No, that's the only one that I'm not allowed to. No. And that one as well. No. No. There. Okay, so this will be 4 lanes of, well, 3 lanes of plastic going in. Somehow. I need to do this. I can't cope with it the other way around. It's completely irrelevant. There. Merge it as... It actually ends up not looking as bad though, as I would have thought. Let's do... Boo! Boo! 03. Good. Fit Q into that. It was added in 0.18. I think it was in my video of 10 cool things. My first and maybe only top 10 list on YouTube. It's 3 per second. Like this one denotes 24 because I have no idea when I'm looking at this one go like how much does it produce? 24. 3. It's been breaking things. Please don't break things. It harshes the vibe in the coding dungeon. It keeps you on edge. See, this is the only way I get to see Timbo and Vichu around here is if I break things. So, I mean, it's not great, is it? I mean, if I like their company and the only way I get to see them is by breaking things, what do you think is going to happen some more now? What do you think? It is exactly the same as you see this tired, usually a mother with a toddler going through the supermarket, and the toddler throws a tantrum because they want candy, and the mother goes no, and it gets embarrassing because everyone looks at her. They don't look at her judging, they look at her like, stand strong, come on. At least all the parents do. Come on, you can do it, be strong. But then she or he, or let's say they, cave and go like, no, what did you just teach your kid? You just taught your kid throw a temper tantrum and you get what you want. And then so yeah, who did I just compare to a 3-year-old toddler? Yep. Yeah. Don't take your kid out in public till they're 18. I don't know. Do you really think it's a good idea to send your 18-year-old into the wild if for the first time when they don't have any? No, I think there's a... And so when I said no, I just walked away. Yep. That's... It's very much a dad thing. I know a friend who also, when his son was throwing a tantrum and he was just lying on the floor like, rah! And then he just took out his phone and just started doom scrolling the usual, like 20 minutes later when the kid was just exhausted and people were coming by, just walking by like, yeah, you can do it. Stand strong. Researching recursion, yeah, it's always there. It's always there, lurking in the shadows. Whew. In 0.15, oh, it's way long ago. Okay. Yeah, well, you can always just try putting the kids up for like on eBay, for example, like. But I think that's my kids have threatened to put me up on eBay just if I'm not behaving. And they're like, what are you gonna write in the in the advert? Like, just doesn't give good allowances, doesn't play much. Yeah. Anyway, now we just need to feed stuff into this. Do we want to build it here? No. We want to build it maybe... No, we need oil as well, like lots of oil, so we kind of have to build it here. We could take this one for the steel part, and copper's not great. 200,000, that's not going to last forever. Starving, 200,000. There's some good ones over here that I really want to tap. I'd really want to tap that and that. So does that mean I take 3 lines of plastic and just go from here? down, over, and build it in here. It's a bad place to build. Since we're not using this area at all, we could build it here and then start consuming the factory must grow larger and starving for the copper, and Barthik here for the iron, and then take it down there. Yep, that's the plan. Yes, yellow science. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Well, look at that. Is that time for it to be distracted yet again? Did anyone watch the... Oh, good night, Mr. Me. So that command that didn't work, I read it as followage. I don't know what followage is, but it could also be follow age, and I don't know what that is either. Like, how long have you been following? Or is it followage as yeah, the followage. I don't know what it is. I have no idea. It is people who want to flex how long they've been average age of followers. Mental age 5. Real age 35. There we go. I summarized the community. Is that cool? I think that's correct. Accountage. Yes, accountage. That's
Ow, 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 ow.
subscribage. I don't think it's someone to flex how long they've been following, because if people have been following for long enough to flex about it, then they would also know that that command does not exist around here. So I don't think that's... Yeah, I don't really get that with... Okay, so this is like one of the million things I don't get. I mean, we could write books about the stuff I don't get, or I could actually literally talk 4 hours every day on stuff I don't get. Wait a minute. That's kind of... Oh, never mind. Like, the people who run games in their chat, it's like... like, oh, there's a heist forming. Like, who's in on the heist? What are you gambling these path dollars on? Like, what is that? Cabbage? Time spent in a cab? Why is TVC not a moderator? Does it need to be? Subbage. I like the trivia bots people run. Why? Why do you like that? For me, it just seems like... I mean, I suppose the streamer can just filter out all of that stuff, right? And they can just go like, all right, I'm only going to be interested in these commands and not anything from the bot that gives any of those credits out. But it also means that as a casual viewer, you can't really use chat for anything because it's just full of junk. But then again, I guess maybe this is Twitch chat, and usually I think you're all just using Twitch chat completely incorrectly. Hate to say it. It's supposed to be emote spam and yeah, and just nonsensical stuff. And that's in the best of cases. So just to set you straight, I am going to set it to emote only spam for just a few minutes. So if you're not a moderator, take it away. Spam some emotes so we don't get thrown off of Twitch. Ah man, would have been fun if Nightbot had timed out Jeff for spamming. Still not a single irrelevant cat. No irrelevant animal. Oh, there are a few. Starving a few irrelevant animals. See if anyone has some exotic ones. My favorite emote. My own favorite emote. That one. I really wanted to commission an artist to write in this style. Just everything in that style. It would be perfect. Okay, we got some space. Do we want on that side or that side? I want on this side. Yeah, good times, good times. Now, I think we got our quote for emotes done for now. So thank you for participating and showing how Twitch chat is supposed to be. Oh no, what did I start? Now I have unleashed a terrible fate on my chat. Oh no, it will never stop. Ah. Yeah, the Twitch chat is here. Oh. Ah, well, good thing I'm going to bed soon. See, okay, so now I can focus on the game because I know no one is saying anything meaningful in chat at this point. Brucus? Where's Brucus? Something. Hey, Baked Beans, I step away from a meeting and see emotes over. Yep, I think Twitch chat turns into Twitch chat. Why Nightbot hasn't... I don't think Nightbot is responding to excessive emote spam. Well, it is for Jeff, but Nightbot is powerless against the powers of Jeff. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I remember. It was kind of awful to see people just being happy emote spammers because they're used to Twitch. Let's just put it. This will be like the final one, right? Yeah. So let's do that. Woohoo! The worst kind of chat on top of the video stream with constant... Yeah, stuff that like Clowntown is doing when you put an emote in chat, then it goes like... I don't like that. I don't like it. It certainly encourages emote spam. Well, that one is good. Then we are going to get another one. I'll do 1 copper inbound and then 2 here. Okay, yes, we'll do that one. Except none of this. That one. I need 2 more. This one will be copper, and then 1 for steel, and another 1 for steel. Ah, Nipe, the one that little graphics. Yeah, I thought it was fun for a bit, but then it got old real quick, and it was also like sometimes I think the worst part when I realized that sometimes if I was talking about something serious, and then suddenly like a sausage on my head, and I was just like, all right, well, it's funny to do once in a while, but it kind of it meant since I didn't see it, then I was also not aware of what it looked like, and then just afterwards it's just like, okay, that's just now it's just stupid. I think one of the politics streamer was complaining how the Twitch chat is canceled and everything, but then he said, you go to some other game chat and it's all cool conversation and very chill. Can generalize. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's the same as like that thing where when you complain about sort of always being stuck in the boring conversations, not realizing that what you say is that you are the boring conversation. And in the case of that, felt like, I don't get why people are so toxic in my chat. Well, maybe because you yourself are super toxic and don't moderate, and that means people turn toxic. Maybe. Just maybe. I have no idea if it works by putting them on the wrong side. Standard League of Legends streamer. Yeah, actually, there's one thing that I noticed. I mean, I'm newest member of the European League of Legends casting team, Kadro, ex-pro player. Great guy, super analytical, really fun and engaging, entertaining, and all of that stuff. When he's on the cast, he's super professional. When he's streaming on his own, he is, every other word is swearing. I'm like, clearly you can stop doing it when you're on the air. Why do you feel the need to do it? So the people who swear all the time because they can't help it, that's just, all right, well, you have something to learn. But the people who can turn it on and off, they're like, do you really need to swear that much? I mean, swearing, there's nothing wrong with a good swear when there's a good occasion for it. But just being so toxic, and not toxic, but just like everything is just swearing. You know, clearly you don't have to do it. You choose to do it for unknown reasons. That bugs me. That's like. Right, Barthek, you're gonna be eaten. Ta-da! How many do we want? 10. Good number. Yeah, Barthik invaded the solar seal. Mining the solar sails. Yeah, solar fields. It's 2 million, so it's gonna last a while. And that will get our military science back in action if we need it. And the reason why I also went up here was because I wanted to steal the designs we already have done. Only one is mining. $298. So this is the one of them we want. Oh, by the way, I had that right here. Never mind. But I didn't have the other one. That's why I went up here. And we go away. It is an unfriendly environment we have out there. Hold on. I think we need a lot of stuff if you want to build this. Like a lot of this and a lot of that. And some here. Maybe even some. Yeah. Is that 2 yellow belts is cheaper than 100? Oh yeah, a lot cheaper. A lot cheaper. Right. Each belt here is 5 for 2 belts. And this is 22.5 for 1 belt. So, still no electric furnace. Oh yeah, we have electric furnace. We might actually want to do electric furnace. I was considering it. That's probably a good idea. Alternatively, yeah, let's do electric furnace. That's actually built here. $100. That's okay amount. Yeah, we did uranium. Fische fish. What? I don't know. Something with, is it fresh fish? I love your streams. I can only see your streams pretty nearly, but early. Oh, right. Keep it going. Thank you. And, well, hopefully the recap videos are also helpful to catch up and stay up to date. I also need to build 2 more of the big ones. Pretty rarely. Yes. Yeah. I just stumbled on it. That's on me. Break. Get this in here so we can. Here. And some steel. One. Small resources, they're not super important. See these, I'm not using them anyway, so we can just put them up front. So that. Oh, now we also have the military again, so I can actually get the military science instead. What was the military I wanted? We can get a faster car, or maybe just one with grid in it. These. Unknown tech. I like something called unknown tech. Flamer 2. It's just really weird stuff I'm researching. Definitely not stuff that I need. Explosive rocketry. We are going to need that at some point. And going down here. So now we actually, haha, do we have that? I'll give you that. So I could do this one. We could also give it a shot and see if I can make, how much? 96. Can I make 96 of these in here? I think so. be the same as what we did before, right? 1, 2. 1. How's that happening? No, that'll be here. Okay. That's 48. And that's 96. Then do you have power to run those furnaces? Sure. I have way too much power. Look, way too much. What? It's because I'm recharging the accumulators right now. So you can see here, this is the difference between our power. And I'd like to use more power because then, well, I just like to use more power. The point of this is figuring out how much space I have on the top here to see if I can merge things together a bit. So there's obviously no room for a proper splitter or proper balancer. I'd like to have this one. But even like this, it would have to be to get it. That is 3 down. That's definitely not happening. So, oh, hold on. It's also 2 only. So, and then what does it look like? It looks like. One more. Pairwise merging of red belts and build 2 to 1. Yeah, it's just, yep, that was also what I ended up with. So. There. Can build balances from memory. I mean, I can only build 2 of them. So, well, 3. It's like so many other things. It's like solving the Rubik's Cube. Like, I can't tell if you hold the Rubik's Cube in your hand, I can't get you to solve it. But when I put it in my hands, I just look at it and go, ah, now I fixed that. Okay, now the corners. And it was like, what do you do? I don't know. But if I need to turn the corner, I need to do like this. But what do you do? I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. It's really just muscle memory. How does it do that? That's a really nice build, actually, I think. If you play as much, it becomes muscle memory. Yeah. The easy way. Yeah. I don't, though. I think I did with a friend that we were just like first solving, and then he was just getting into the whole speed cubing, and then we just worked on getting our times down to 1 minute, and he could get his down to like 45 seconds or something, and I just couldn't really break 1 minute. And then I started looking at it, and he was looking at it, and I was like, all right, so if you want to go further than that, you need to learn like a lot of algorithms. Okay, so one thing is just you have to do multiple things at once and recognize patterns and just go like, in this case I can do. That's difficult. So yeah, my desk mostly to get me through boring online meetings. Yeah. Sun speed cubes down the 20-second range. That's so impressive. It's just I just don't get it. I don't get that it can be done. Like also like the number is apparently any cube can be solved in 20, and I'm like, I don't understand that it can be done in 20. I just don't understand it can be this low. God's number, right? It to me it just seems so weird that it just seems so weird that it in 20 moves. Actually, this wasn't even solved by math. Is your record is 30 seconds on a 3x3? Wow, that is impressive. And it's something. Yeah, I watched someone play Dragon Force on Guitar Hero while solving Rubik's Cube. Like, no, just no, don't. That's absurd. And of course on highest difficulty. That doesn't make any sense. I'm a fan of guitar and speed cubing. Ooh, nice. Hey, see, we get all sorts of weird topics coming up. Takes about 20 minutes to solve a 7x7. Yeah, I have no idea if that's good or bad, but it seems good, but still things that take 20 minutes. You go like, really? But it's probably pretty impressive. There are some records and stuff that just don't seem as impressive as they are, because you don't really know what goes into them. Oh yeah, way too fragile. Oh yeah. They pop. It looks like it has a lot, but it's like 8 corners, 12 edges, and 20 moves. Makes sense. I mean, I don't know. If someone said it was 21, then I would go like, okay. Someone said it was 32, I would go like, okay. I mean, I have no intuition to feel that 20 is. I just know that I move, I don't know, hundreds of moves to solve the Rubik's Cube. So clearly there's room for improvement. It's also like I've forgotten a lot of things. So it's like when I move, for example, when I have like the yellow ones, yellow is always on top, white is always on the bottom. Then I have the yellow ones, and I need the yellow ones to face upwards. I only know one way, but I know how to rotate them. So I can rotate 3 of them, and I go like, nope. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, he's solving with the screwdriver. Click. There we go. So a 2x2 under a second. No. My daughter has a 2x2 and for some reason I got stuck on it. I don't know why. I think it's something. Maybe one of the corners has been. Oh yeah. What you want to do is you pop a corner and you turn it and then you put it back and then you frustrate anyone who does not have a sense of it because then it can't be solved. Yeah, you just need to take one corner out or one corner out and turn it. Then it can't be solved. Yeah, the 2x2 is harder than it looks. Exactly. I feel that too because it's harder to isolate things. Anyway, we did this little design and it's a bit past midnight. Yeah, I'm not going to do the other ones. I can stamp them down and then make it look like we have a lot more work progress than today. Oh, look at all the factories we built. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. If I can even for the people who just only join in a second's time. Wow, look at all these buildings. Now all I need to do is just hook it up and then we're good to go. Still no nuclear. Unclear. Nuclear, unclear. Let's add a little tag for this one. But the good thing is we are going to continue tomorrow because Tuesday is a normal Factorio day. And I did this today because I was busy doing other stuff this weekend, playing Icarus. And I can say I'm definitely going to play more Icarus next time it's around. And who knows, maybe I'll even be playing it more regularly when it comes out for real in November. Who knows? Anyway, thank you everyone for joining tonight. It's been super awesome and really crazy with the support. And I mean, Mark de Jonge just completely blew it away. And thank you everyone for having a good time, being kind and nice, and getting all of your emoteness out in that short span. You're always gone, almost gone. Yeah, you're almost gone already. You are not long for this world. And then it's Baked Bean's turn to get mushed. Nom 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 nom. Yeah, there's not a lot left for Baked Beans. There's a tiny bit here, and there was a stone thing that's also gone here, and then that one will be the next. We really don't want Baked Beans. Oh, Baked Beans is everywhere. Right, we're going to be on a crusade then. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow. I will see you guys there. Good night. Take care, and stay effective.